Happy Tuesday. Are you here with me? Hello? Who's out there? I know, it's just me. I am Laurie Calcaterra, the hostess with the hottest coffee around, writer creator of your favorite Western apocalypse series, Path of the Pale Rider. And man, do we got a show for you today. I'm so excited. My guest is none other than Fred Timu. I can't even get it out. Timu Schwartz, because it's too damn funny. Before I bring him on, I just wanted to do a couple things. I wanted to remind everybody, hey, happy Tuesday, Glenn. Hope you are doing well over across the pond. Best wishes to you, sir. Path of the Pale Rider 8. I am doing my damnedest to be patient. I am waiting for books. They should be to me anytime. It's going on 3 weeks since I ordered them. So, and I know I proved the proofs right away. So they're in production. But as you guys know, the bigger the order, the longer it takes in production. So, man, we had a complicated order this time too. It was big. So it's coming, and I have no patience when I get to this point. So I feel like I'm running just in place. But for issue number 8, wow, someone snuck in here, by the way. So we had we were at 134 backers, and someone snuck in for number 135. Thank you. But if you click, like, here's the campaign. Here's the main page that we're used to looking at. But if you go to the updates, I wanted to show you the poll for the Slice and Dice is built right into the Kickstarter this time. I usually send it through like Monkey Survey, something like that. But I think it's capped at like 40 responses, and it's just like another email, you know what I mean? So you can go here and vote if you haven't had a chance. Remember, there's 2 polls. 1, you name the watermelon, and 2, you get to pick the weapon. And right now, this cast iron pan is in the lead, and we were just talking about that in the background. So I'm really, really excited to bludgeon, hopefully, a watermelon named Elvis. Because this is what we do to entertain ourselves, right? And so that's going to be June 16th. Dash Hooper will be on the show. I will have the bear onesie. We're going to be having a good old time. So make sure you go vote. There's still plenty of time. We've got a couple weeks left before I turn off the poll there. There's that. So I wanted to also show you guys, I got a couple things in the mail. Last week, there was 2 campaigns that launched. Well, a campaign and a book. So George Medina's The Shameless Plug, his graphic novel, is currently live. I helped launch that on a Thursday night. It was really a lot of fun. He did this cool thing where his character is in a comic book store with a spinner rack. And he asked permission if he could put Path and all these other indie comics. And so as his campaign grows, you can win the books that are in the spinner rack. Isn't that cool? We all sent him books. And so you could win a free Path of the Pale Rider with some added bonus swag in the back that I put in there. So yeah, that would be really a lot of fun. So I did that. And then we also launched Dash Hooper's new book. This is Hell Comes to Texas, Hand of the Devil. This is his 2nd book in this series, and this is on Amazon. And so I ordered it last week, Thursday, and it came yesterday. So how quick is that? You got to love that, right? So here it is. I'm ready to start this. I can't wait because I need to know. He left a bunch of things on the, you know what? I can't complain. I'm honestly the queen of cliffhanger. And then of course I got, if you haven't gotten a Carissa Grant book, they come in this like teal plastic wrapper, and then of course in a Gemini, and then she hand wraps these. It's like a Christmas present every time you get one. It's amazing. And so my friends, this is Devastation, so her Western number 5, and I had to get the one with the squonk on it because squonk is my favorite. If you don't know what a squonk is, it's this, it looks like a dog lizard animal. It's super ugly. It's like one of those crested dog, what is it, Chinese crested dogs where the tongue hangs out all the time, and they're really like ugly, right? And all it does is cry. Like if you try to make it happy, it cries because you care about it, And then if you're mean to it, it cries because you're mean to it. It just cries all the time. So it's just this really pathetic creature. And I love it. I love this thing. And it's just funny. So, of course, issue number 5, I had to get it. So thank you, Carissa. I got that in about 3.5 seconds after the campaign ended because that's how she rolls. There you go. So anyway, that's what showed up at my house this week. I'm still waiting for a couple more boxes. Lou, how are you? Glenn says he's hand lettering his comic strip. I'm so sorry. Oh, but he loves it. Yeah, that's why he does it traditionally. And good morning, Carrie. Carrie, I got stuff for you. As in, we're going to talk about live campaigns. And so we're going to bring in Fred. Good morning, Fred. How are you?
Good morning.
Kevin Davis is here.
Hi. I have no idea where to begin after all of that. I mean, I kind of want to bring up and clarify the Temu Crow.
Yeah, can we? That was from the last time that you were on the show.
I know, but but like there may be new people out there, and
right. Let's talk about it.
Yeah, I just don't want them to think that I'm weirder than will be apparent over the course of the show.
Are weird.
Like,
okay, we love your weirdness.
Yeah, I know, but it'll come out naturally. Like we don't need to preface it with Temu Crow. Like that's absolute shit. No, Temu Crow. Like one Halloween I went as the Crow, and I thought I felt like Eric Draven, and I was really proud of myself. But then you look at the pictures back, and it's like, oh no, I look more like the Edward Furlong version. This is really not cool. And then I believe it was Chad Perkins that quipped that I looked like what happens when you order the Crow off of Temu. So. Yeah, it became a thing. Frankly, I want us to name the watermelon Temu Crow, and we can just smash that and put that to bed.
I feel like, well, first of all, I always open up the survey in the Facebook group, and so people can add their own names there. And so even though most of the time I will follow what the people vote for, but if there's just one that I feel I can always override, so I'm going to put Temu Crow as an option for the watermelon that we do for next campaign. How about
very good, and you can even like paint its face and everything, like paint a face on it.
Yeah, I want googly eyes just for that.
Oh, give it a wig. I'll give you my wig. I don't use my my Crow wig anymore, so it was a one and done. So I think it's just sitting somewhere.
This is true. Lou does name most of the things. All the zombies that are going out, I have them in this box right here. The zombies, Lou named that.
I like that.
She just has a knack for it. She's so good at it. So
it's good, Lou. I like that one. Zombies.
Yeah. So for anybody who's not familiar with Fred, we're going to give him a chance to give you a quick overview of who he is, where he's from, and what he's working on. And then we're going to pull up his campaign because he launched it like an hour before the show.
Oh yeah. It's been a bear of a, no pun intended, for the bear woman, but it's been a bear of a week trying to get all this together and stuff. Like I'm really drained and exhausted. I already looked before this, I used to joke that I looked like how Lincoln aged during the Civil War since I started doing Kickstarters. Like I've just fallen apart because of the stress, but my God, I can't imagine what I'm going to look like when this is done. So, yeah,
can you imagine like 5 years from now?
Crypt Keeper, man. Like I am just gonna look like I'm gonna look like the Crypt Keeper on this show, and I'll be like, read my comic, and people will be like, oh, poor guy, what happened?
95 and still running Kickstarter campaigns
till you're 90.
Yeah, at least. I'm like, who's this grandma?
Oh, who I am, by the way. Yeah, Fred Schwartz. I'm originally from New Jersey, Hamilton, New Jersey, and I am currently living in Florida, in DeLand, Florida. I love comics, and my comic that I'm doing now is Fisticuffs. That's what we're here to talk about today. Were there any other questions about me? I don't remember how to intro properly. Again, my brain is mush. My brain is like destroyed watermelon right now, so I don't know.
Yeah, I was like, I'll be nice to you today.
Don't poke the zombie bear,
man.
No,
don't poke the zombie bear. That's bad news, bears. So Fisticuffs. I just wanted you guys to know I'm a huge fan of this series. It hooked me on issue number 1. So here we are, number 4.
Mm-hmm.
What a journey. When was it that you launched issue 1? Remind me.
That was March of last year. So,
oh my gosh, you're 4 already?
Mm-hmm. So we did this really kind of like unconventionally. I didn't have a plan when I did this. I was just like naive and like, man, I want to make a comic. So I didn't know. I didn't try to do Kickstarter. I didn't know whatever. I was like, I'll just make it and put it in the world and everybody will love it. And they'll be like, hey, kid, where you been all your life? Like, come hang with us. And you're Superman, write your story. But that's not how comics works, I found out.
No.
I actually began producing the comic in 2020 when I first reached out to Stan, and we actually drew the entire comic before we even launched book 1, like all six issues. So that's like
issues are done art wise.
Yeah, I mean draw pencil wise, pencils and inks. They're being colored now. Hang on, no, you're being bad, and if you be bad, you're going to go out. Okay. We're going to try that today. I'm going to try, direct communication, and let's see if he listens. But yeah, it's all done. Is all the we're coloring book 5 now. So it was kind of ready to go. I'm not going to address that, Carrie.
He's referring to twerking. Was there a show? Was it on?
There was.
Was it that you were twerking?
Well, there was. It was, and it's not like something I do on the norm, but I was doing a show for my last Kickstarter, and Carrie was kind enough to pledge and push us over a milestone. And she caught me at a weak moment, and I did something that I would never do again, and I twerked for about 2 to 5 seconds. It wasn't pretty. It's kind of pointless, for me to twerk. I have no ass, so it's like I don't know what I'm like. I'm just shaking like my back hips, I guess. Like it's not pretty or pleasant. So I don't know. I think Carrie just enjoys the dance, just dance for me, Fred, and yeah, because it wasn't good twerking. I can say that much. But Carrie
was asking me to twerk as well at that point. And I was like, oh hell no.
No,
I can't believe that for Fred.
But Carrie's amazing. Carrie,
that could be a stretch goal, Fred.
Carrie's involved in the campaign, by the way. Carrie
is.
Yeah, Carrie made some fan art of Nick. If you scroll down, it's in the story. So right there.
Cool.
Hopefully,
Carrie, I'm impressed.
They'll be in the mail soon. So as soon as they are, I'll get a clean picture up there, cleaner. But so we're gonna do like postcard size prints. So yeah, I'm excited. Like I didn't. It's cool to see. It's cool to see like people get into this project, in that way. Because like for so long, you dream that like people will dig it and respond to it, but you think that so much of this time is. Yeah, it is. It really is, Lou. It's not pretty, and you're gonna have to ask Carrie to find the clip to see what it looks like, because I'm never doing it again.
Lou can find it. She's pretty good at finding stuff on the internet.
Funny enough, Carrie was asking me about it afterwards, and I told Carrie that I ran with it for a little while, that I hurt my back and that I was going to see a doctor about it. Carrie, I was going to share that one on the next campaign because I was doing this one as a thing. But yeah, we're going to share that as well. But I teased her and made her believe that I was like injured and had to get a back brace for a little while from the twerking, which can happen, I'd imagine. But yeah, good stuff. Fun days.
Older.
So if anybody's out there listening, pledge now so I can fund my campaign with a little bit of dignity and not have to like. Hang on.
Not have to twerk in order to make money.
Literally sell
females' existence.
Literally, I have to sell my ass. This is what I've resorted to.
Welcome to our life.
Yeah. It's a good thing that
That's how it goes. Where they're like, "Oh yeah, your comics are great. Will you write something dirty to me?" And I'm like, "No."
Ew, really?
Oh, that happened at a con, 100%.
Oh.
And what did we learn from doing the Gary, give him a break. Anyway.
I'm not twerking today, Carrie. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm just not. My back is still recovering.
Oh my God.
I'll grab the brace if I have to. I'll show it to you.
Oh my God.
Did you ever see It's Always Sunny? It's like the aluminum monster. That's what she did. No, I'm kidding. I don't have a back brace.
Just like you have a giant back brace?
No. I have other problems and braces and things, but not that.
Yeah.
Come here. You've been bad boy. Now you're on the show. Now you're on the show. Okay. Bad doggy.
Oh.
Look how bad he is. Look at that bad one.
Horrible boy, but he loves kisses.
I love you. He's my angel.
You, puppy.
He's my bestie. His name is Parker, for anybody that doesn't know. And the reason we did that is because when we first took him home, I set up a little bed for him. No, you're going to stay here now because this is what bad boys get. We set up a little bed for him. And there was like a little spider was lowering himself into the bed. So I named him like Peter Parker after that. And
Puppy Parker.
And I love that. Puppy Parker, you're going to behave now.
He likes it.
But yeah, he's my angel.
Oh. I think Murphy came in and like, because he heard Parker barking and he turned around and walked back out. He was like, nope. We lost Murphy.
You're the star of the show.
That's usually how it goes. When the animal shows up, we're like, shut up, Fred. Oh, puppy.
Tell you what, Carrie, look at this. He'll twerk for you. Doggy twerking.
You need some music? Let's see.
There you go. Parker, I just whored you out. I'm going to whore you out. Ready? There you go.
There's no good music. There we go.
Look at the way his face is. He's like so That's how I felt. He's like, I have no dignity left, and that's how I felt. I'm sorry. I'm trying to sell comics and make a better life for us. I'm really sorry.
The things we do for views.
All right. Now go be quiet.
Shall we watch the video?
Yes, let's do that.
All right then. Up. Yours starts really, really fast. That's awesome. Usually I have to wait like a good old second. Yes. Yeah.
29%. All right. Let's go.
In there. Oh, we got another backer. We're at 16.
Nice.
53 seconds. That's the perfect amount of time for a video, unless you're Laurie Calcaterra and you like to do crazy stuff.
Oh.
Like just get in and get out.
Yeah, I agonized over that. It was just I hate video editing. I used to love it. I went to school for like film and things like that, and I really enjoyed it. But I don't want to do that anymore. I like doing the writing and that kind of stuff. That was painstaking, moving clips like 3 frames so that they sync up with a cut, and then you wind up. Oh God, hell! I don't want to do that anymore.
It's a lot of like tedious work and I feel bad because I always beat myself over Kickstarter videos with it's the conundrum, right? Do you put enough information in it? Do you go with a gimmick? Do you just put music and enough about the story so that people know what's going on? Like, because I feel like if you're going to talk in the video, 1 minute is not enough, but a lot of people don't stick around for anything that's over a minute. A lot of people even look at a video. Like I've been on, was it Matt Campbell when he was doing the Wheel of Destiny with Smurf, and they would do this and be like, how long is your video? be like, oh, it's 53 seconds. Okay, we'll watch it. And I mean, like, if it's like 3 minutes, they're like, we're not even gonna bother. And I'm like,
Yeah.
how many people have done that to my videos where it's like, it's just too long, Laurie. We're not gonna even bother.
If you watch a lot of the analytics on videos and stuff, there is and it's it doesn't matter how good the video is or how well it performs. Come here, bad dog. We're not playing bowling. Sorry. Yeah, it doesn't matter how good the video is. Like, the analytics almost like always drop off like precipitously, like in the first few seconds, because a lot of people are not grabbed right away. So they don't get any further. And it's just that's why I tried to put like a call to action right away. Like, what's the worst thing that happened? So hopefully somebody's like, oh shit, yeah, there was that one time that I ...
Yeah.
And then they're like, next thing they know, they're halfway into the trailer and they can't get out. So
yeah. I've even tried running myself over with a car in the first 5 seconds.
Really? Yeah. I feel like that would work for me.
You know what
if I was like just twerking in the middle of a street and a car hit me, like that might spike sales.
Yeah. I like it. We could try that.
Yeah.
You know how to film that.
Oh, I don't want to edit it though.
Yeah, that's the problem, right? All right, so we got covers. This is by Stan Yak, yeah?
Yes. Yeah, this is like, we went for like a Jack Kirby homage with all the, bold colors, Kirby dots, and of course the lettering and stuff.
Yeah. I
can't wait for people to actually read this issue, because there's like, there are layers to it that you're not going to like, you're going to read it through it the first time, and then you're going to think about it and then like see this cover image again, and you're going to, do a double take. And then hopefully read it again, because, there's some stuff going on, but you'll see. I don't want to be a spoiler Joe over here, but it's coming, so I'm excited for really what's coming. Hey, the next few issues have some really kind of, thank you, Lou. Yeah, it's gorgeous. I love this cover a lot. I'm probably gonna, at least for myself, make a poster out of it and hang it up on a wall.
Yeah.
You know what I'm getting? Amazing
coverage. Doctor Strange from the movie Doctor Strange, when he was like talking to Dormammu. Dormammu, I'm here to negotiate.
Yeah, here to bargain. Yes.
Yeah, that's it.
Yes, I love that. It is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice.
Thank you.
Stan's such a talented guy, man. What he does for your interiors, it's just like, it just captures. It's so on point with your story.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It really is.
Here's
my dog.
I know, I just saw him sneaking. Stan, I don't want to sound weird here, but in some ways he's like, finding him was like the best thing that ever happened to me. I mean that like sincerely. Like when I said I made films and things, and it's a stretch to call them films, but I did, and like it's really hard. First of all, it's hard to find one collaborator that like meets your vision, has the same sensibilities, and like a talent that matches or exceeds what you bring to the table. And in film, you get like it's dependent on so many people that any and all breaks in the chains show up. And that's actually why you resent editing so much, because you sit in there and you're like, oh, this is what we got, and like you're kind of stuck with it. You can't go back and be like, oh, he said that wrong, or this doesn't match and stuff. So you're kind of stuck with it. The beauty of working with Stan in particular is like he draws everything beautifully. Like I write like, I think very cinematically. Like my scripts are probably annoying to a lot of people. Like wide shot this, medium shot this. But what I'm really trying to get at is like how you direct, right? Like start back here, come in here, and like whatever. But Stan, of course, draws like cinematically too. So like they're like, I remember when we did issue 1, page 6 or 7. You may remember, Laurie, the scene where he spoiler alert, it's not a big one, but he burps the booze in his teacher's face, and then she kind of puts it all together in real time, and she like looks down at the attendance sheet, and it's got like this really intense angle on the attendance sheet. And I was like, when I first got it, I was like, oh my God, holy shit, like the way you got that, and like the angle on it, like it's just amazing. And Stan wrote back to me, about as exciting as a piece of paper can be, smiley face emoji. And I'm like, oh,
but he's right though. I mean, like as an artist, it's like he controls that one panel with the paper. It's like it could be boring in a perspective where it's just like, okay, yeah, it's a 10-inch sheet, or so dramatically drawn where it's just like the tension grows, where it's like, all right, she has figured it out.
Yeah,
it is, and it's like, oh shit.
and that's what I was getting at. And here he is, and he's like, in his mind, he's like, bro, I've drawn like real amazing action scenes in my life. This is like child's play. Like, this is a piece of paper, and like, and I get it too. But like, I mean, everything. Like, I love Stan to death. I think he's the most talented artist. He's got such a high ceiling. I just hope he goes so incredibly far in this industry. The dude deserves it.
I agree.
And Timothy too. And also too, one more thing about that cover too. What I really love is just that's the whole team together right there. You know, that's you know, it's Stan's art, it's Timothy's colors, and it's Dave's letters. You know, and those two don't get enough credit in this book because I spent so much time working with Stan, and it was over so long. I talk about Stan all the time, but those guys are amazing too, and amazing to work with. And like, I love this because it like all comes together, and like what I think is really kind of a cool, impactful, like beautiful image that I want on my wall. So I love that cover for that reason, man. It's like the whole team, and you know, that
is the cover that I backed.
Yes, I'm glad.
I was like, it's always so hard to decide. It really is. And I mean, like, I love Erwin Arosa, like his work. I was first introduced to his art with Timothy Fling. Timothy Fling uses him a lot for like Water Wars and in his books. And I was like, these images are great. And Carissa Grant has hired him as well. And so he's on my short list too, to get a hold of. He's so talented. I mean, look at that. That's just an amazing image.
So amazing. He's great to work with, the nicest guy, and like quick turnaround. Like he'll work on it, and like, and creative too. Like, one of the things that I had a couple ideas for this cover, and he sent me back like a sketch of like what I sent, and this, and I think one other, and he's like, which one do you like the best? And like, he gives you options, and he gives you like, you know, improved on, you know, the idea I had with this image, and I love it. It's really cool. It just makes the Blossom as like menacing and disgusting as he is in the issue. I can't wait for people to understand. Like,
his name is the Blossom.
Yes, the Blossom. Yeah.
It's an angry flower.
No, it's an angry onion. It's a blooming onion.
Oh, like it looks like a pumpkin something.
No. Oh, no.
He was onion. That's even better.
He was created in a freak accident in a chain restaurant. But he was an evil.
Named.
It's not named. Frankly, it is named in my brain, like in continuity. I have a franchise. It didn't fit in the story, and I'm not going to shoehorn it in to get my name in. Like all my stories in a weird way are connected, but like they're like distant. They're distant apart from enough that like they don't overlap and they don't whatever. But I do.
That's probably what it's doing. It's so hungry. This blooming onion wants to eat everyone.
Yes, he's real evil. He's pure evil. Like that's I call him the root vegetable of all evil.
Fred, you're amazing.
Oh, okay, thank you. I appreciate that though. So
on your figure is cute.
Oh yeah, we have a figure.
Laurie, I
scroll down
there yet.
Right there, the Blossom minifigure.
It's a minifigure. Let's look. Oh, look at that's what that is. I saw you posting pictures. This is so cool.
Yeah, I say if you want it for your desk, if you want a new D&D piece, or you just want to replace your rusty old thimble in Monopoly, like you can use this for a game piece or whatever you want. Like it's really awesome. It began as like a kind of like amusing. We were just like a friend and I were like talking about this, and I sent him. That's the original. That is the original concept sketch that Stan sent me, and it's the very first image of the Blossom, and it's the very first. That's the very first image of Fisticuffs. Like that's the first thing he sent back to me was that sketch, and I sent it to my friend just like it's a hypothetical, like, hey, look at this. Wouldn't this be neat? And next thing I knew, he sent me a picture of it. So thank you, Brian. It's amazing, and he 3D printed a bunch. So we're gonna make them and ship them out to you. It's really neat. I can't wait to get mine and have it on my desk because yeah, I'm just gonna like run my finger over it and like the texture, like, you know, it's really cool. Blossoms. Does that sound creepy?
It
Shit.
does. That's why I'm giggling.
Okay, Laurie. I am. Listen.
Run my fingers through its hair.
One thing you need to know about me is I've grown up an action figure person my entire life.
Oh, you have.
So that's what. God, I sound like a tool right now.
Yeah,
but yeah, like I mean, that's what I think of when I see an action. Like, oh my God, I just want to hold it and see what it feels like, you know. When you see a good Swamp Thing figure, you're like, oh my God. So yeah, like I absolutely want to like. Oh God, I'm not going to say it. I was like, I don't want to touch it, but yeah, that sounds creepy too.
Touch.
It's a tactile thing. It's like, you want to hear a quick story about like how deep my this is how deep my connection to action figures goes. I'm the older brother, and when my brother was born, I would spend the afternoons at my grandma's house when my mom was taking care of him, and then when my dad was coming home from work, they would drop me back off at my house. And every day when I would do that, they would say, "Hey, Freddie, you should look in the crib. I think your brother got you something." And every day there was like a He-Man toy, Masters of the Universe. So they were trying to bribe me to like my new brother, and And it worked really well until the toys ran out. And then one day I'm like, where's my toy, man? Like, you know, and then the resentment started. No, just kidding. But but you know, like I am a toy guy from like way back in the day. He-Man, superpowers, all that stuff.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So question.
Mm-hmm.
Seeing this and talking about other D&D campaigns, do we get a Fisticuffs D&D game?
So that's actually something that we've talked about with some people. There is a chance that we might want to do something like that, but I have a friend that knows a bit more about D&D and will help me figure that all out.
That's
so
amazing.
I don't. Yeah, I just want to. Honestly, I want to do as much with this as I can, just because, like, it's like it's a lot of fun. Like the more I do this stuff, and the more I try new things with it, like I just keep like scratching things off my bucket list, like now I have like a little mini action figure.
Yeah. I'm with you. It's like I have all these things on the bucket list, and it's like we'll get them all eventually. But it's like you gotta work through the list. But this is amazing. If you haven't seen, there's a board game that we've never played called Kingdom Death Monster. You should go look at their monsters and their figures, because they're not minis. They're huge. Like I've put one together that was the Phoenix. It's literally this big, and crazy looking too. So it's like I feel like your creatures, especially from like the last book, that are so insane, would fit in this vibe. It would be amazing. So
yeah, there's I mean, as you say that, there's the one that what we've nicknamed the Sex Beast that I love. Yeah. The one that's like very phallic looking and all that. Like I want that one to be a figure too. Not that I want to touch it or anything weird, but I just think it would look really cool on a shelf.
You need to touch it.
I love that scene so much. Like ever since Stan drew it, like sometimes I'll just be like bored and I'll be sitting outside and I'll space out and I'll just be like, man, I would love to see that just coming crawling down the street like in the comic. Like it's really neat. That's the coolest thing about this, seeing all this visualized, is like imagining the real world of it.
Yeah. And I mean, like the creatures are just out there, you guys. But I mean, like, let's go back to the beginning. Let's pitch the story for those that are new to Fisticuffs. Like, where does it start? And then kind of like walk us through. Yeah, exactly. Very unique creatures, Dave. So start at the beginning of Fisticuffs.
Sure. Fisticuffs is the story of a functional drunk whose comfortable life derails when a one-night stand has deadly consequences. It's the sense of humor of the boys meets the explosive action of Invincible, with the kind of personal storytelling that you get in like a Martin Scorsese movie, because it deals with things like addiction, dysfunction, and even mental health. It's a 6-issue miniseries. Can I? You know what? I'm gonna let a cat out of the bag right here on your show. Fisticuffs is a 6-issue miniseries, and it's done, and it's been done. I think I'm going to make the Fisticuffs is now going to be a 7-issue miniseries. We're not adding a page. We're not adding a page. Not adding a page. The thing is, Stan and I are lunatics, and when we first did it, we were really excited. We were like, "Oh, let's do a double-sized finale issue," and then we kept adding pages and pages and pages, and it just blew up to like 52 pages.
Oh my gosh!
So I made this determination last week when I'm like sitting around like looking at printing and stuff, and I'm like, yeah, like I'm not doing a 52-page floppy. That's just insane. So I'm gonna
graphic novel.
Yeah, so I'm gonna do 2 26-page floppies. For 6 is gonna be in 2 parts. I kind of knew that when I wrote the story. I built in an issue break just in case I needed it. But part of me wanted to just kind of like end on that one note because of I wanted to just kind of carry the story through in that way, because that's when it gets kind of really personal and hard, and in a way that people are gonna, I think, resonate with. But I think the best thing to do for everybody is to just release it. It's still 152 pages, it always was, but it's just going to be released in it with another issue, which will give us another opportunity to let Stan do another amazing cover. So that's what I mean.
Sometimes scenes need room to breathe. Like you write it down, and then once the artist gets in there and you find out, like, man, I really wish this was bigger, or we could fit more, more of the subtle moments in. And so sometimes you just need to add to it. You just got to.
And it happened organically when we were doing it. Like initially we were like, we're going to add a little, hey Dan, we're going to add a little bit here and there. And then we, decided to like stretch out this like one sequence and make it, even more personal and on brand to the story, but also like specific to Nick and his story. So, so he, we just added it and blew it up, and it flows beautifully. It's a beautiful story, but it's it needs to be, I think, 2 issues just for posterity. Nobody's going to buy a 52-page floppy, on Kickstarter.
Yeah,
it's a hard sell. It's easier now that I've done a few of these. It makes more sense to do it in 2. So there we are. That's what we're gonna do.
I'm with you. I find that like the 24-page, 26, 28-page is usually where individual issues sell well. And bigger than that, it's like then they start to get pricier, especially print wise, and it's hard to keep it competitive. But it's either like keep it in bite-sized pieces or go full graphic novel or trade paperback, right?
Especially with Kickstarter, right? Because Kickstarter, prices are a bit more expensive on Kickstarter than they would be at like a con because of all the stuff that goes into it, the shipping and all that stuff. So, you're going to price yourself out. Like if somebody wants to buy 2 56-page issues, that's like 100 pages and to ship all that and so forth. But anyway, we're getting off topic here. But so
I mean, it's important. It's important to talk about that kind of stuff because some people might be like, well, why? Why wouldn't you produce just it as one story? Now I have to do it. Now I have to buy 2 things and pay for 2 shipping instead of 1. But it's like, yes, but to get it to you the way that's economical makes more sense this way, especially because people forget Kickstarter takes a cut. So in order for me to be keep my prices competitive, I still have to be able to produce the things, right? And when Kickstarter takes their cut and the credit card takes their cut, and and people's stuff drops, it's like then I have to then deliver on my promise and pay all my people with what's left. And so people need to understand the why,
Yeah. And again, it's just the way that, I think we produced a really high quality comic, and I just want to make sure that we get it out to everybody in the best way possible so that everybody can enjoy it. So I figured, I kind of made that decision. I've been flirting with that idea for a while. I kind of made the official decision last week, and I figured we're better than, my home, one of my homes, the show, than to tell you about it. So here we are. So excited.
I love that you consider us one of your homes. That's awesome.
Oh God, yes. You definite article. Like I got a few families in the community who've been really great. Travis has been great. Like a lot of you guys have been really awesome and welcoming me in and stuff. And you guys are cool. So I just want to, whenever I can do something on a show, why not?
Why
not? As long as it doesn't involve shaking my ass, I'm down.
Carrie sent me the video, by the way. I'm not going to play it, but she said, we need some good summer comic reading. Yes, we do. We do. Absolutely, we do. So here's some examples of the interiors, and God, look. I guess I should actually put it on the screen. Look at this. Look at this, you guys. And I mean, like, again, it's like this gritty, dark, comedic creature action. It's just the panel work, all of it. It just is so spot on. Split. I know. Sorry, Carrie. She's like, DM me the link. You guys.
I'll tell you what. If we can fund completely in the next hour, I'll shake my ass again. But there's no way. If we fund completely by the end of the show, which is not going to happen. God. That's how I'm protecting my ass. But
you broke 1,000. Woo!
Hey, we're growing. Hey.
Yeah, all we need is another $2,000, you guys. Yeah. $2,000, and Fred will work on by the end of the show.
But you can't
look. It's Al Mega. Good morning.
Hey, Al. Thank you, sir. I'm really excited for the. I'm really excited for the sequel to that movie to come out this summer, so that a whole new generation can start calling me that. May the Schwartz be with you.
Stop it, Carrie. I'm not gonna put it up. Oh, good morning, everybody. Salute. Yeah. Okay. So let's talk about this layout and artwork. So I want to know. Because a lot of times when I experience, I'll write a script, and like you said, the artist kind of improves it, where it's like, this is how I see it in my head. How much of this was in your head, and how much of this was Stan going like, I'm going to punch him through the panel and into the next one?
The panel was Stan. That is 100%. That breaking in the panel was Stan. He's just brilliant in that way. God, I don't know anymore. I'll give all the credit to Stan, for God's sakes. Because without Stan, I got nothing. And I don't God remember at this point, but I can tell you that Stan's imprint is all over this book. Like his yeah, like his sensibilities or whatever. Like I don't remember who did what or whatever, and I don't want to undersell his contribution, but like the dude is brilliant. A lot of this stuff is like, I mean, I remember that in particular. The eyeballs was him. Like I was, I really love that. But yeah, no, it's a collaboration, and like I said, the dude just made everything better, everything, and he gets it. Like I continue to describe him as like a naughty Jim Lee, because he does like really nice, like clean, like action forms, but he does it in like a really kind of like gritty aesthetic that really brings it nice. And something else that was completely 100% Stan, and I didn't notice it until after the comic was done, and it's effing brilliant. I never noticed the fist on the mask. I just thought it was a Mexican wrestling mask, and that was all Stan. And I'm like, one day, like I saw it in color, and I'm like, or no, I saw it in the version he did, and then I got it, and I'm like, holy F, this guy is a genius. Like, it's brilliant. It's brilliant. And I didn't, that's all Stan. So when we make the masks, that should be a reward one day. But yeah, what a beautiful touch that was. Unfortunately, the loser thing was all me. He had the good sense to misspell it, but that's just pure personal experience poured on the page there.
This is just the type of comedy that I find it's so funny to me. This whole comic, like it's serious, it's dark, but I giggle through most of it. From well, stuff like this, like they didn't even spell it right.
If I may anchor, if I may say why I think that works, He does. If you scroll down, that's like what's a spoiler alert. That's kind of what's going on in the scene. Like somebody's crying for help, and he's in the middle of like a really bad diarrhea shit, and he has to kind of decide: am I going to finish my business, or am I going to go save somebody? Because as he points out, like you cannot be an effective superhero, if you don't respect your bowels. So, yeah. But if I may, to what your point, right? It is a lot of things, right? It's got some horror, some over the top horror, some true to life horror, some drama, some stuff. But
stop laughing since Fred got here. Like this is why I love having Fred on the show. Is we just giggle the entire time. Continue.
But what I think makes it work, right, is Nick as the anchor, right? Like, because it is so human. Like, yeah, we're dealing with, like, you know, a little bit of sci-fi and a little bit of this stuff, but it's grounded in, like, a guy who you can, like, I mean, that's the nice thing about this story and comics in particular, is that you're able to get inside a character's head. Like, my favorite superhero, and I think maybe in some ways the most effective superhero, is Daredevil.
Daredevil, yes. Sorry.
Very funny, Lou. But yeah, Daredevil, right? Because Daredevil's all about the senses and the sensory. Like, the best Daredevils are the ones that, you know, Frank Miller and people write, where he's like being romantic about the city and the weather and like what it's like to his senses and stuff. So with Nick, it's like really cool because I think you get this kind of weird blend between, like, a disconnect between like what he's saying and like his actions, right? Like we meet him in the beginning, and, like, again, spoiler alert, is page 1, but like he's in an AA meeting drinking, or a recovery meeting drinking. And while he's there, he's like posturing, like, you know, he's like, oh, I fucking hate these people. They're just pussies with problems and blah, blah, blah and stuff. And like the line I use is like, he's a character that thinks he's like Slim Shady, or thinks that he's like Alex from Clockwork Orange. He doesn't realize he's closer in character to George Costanza. Just kind of a selfish, shitty person that doesn't have that edge that he thinks he does. But in the story, like, when shit hits the fan, he starts to, like, you know, you see a little bit of like the decency in there. Like, he offends the teacher. He doesn't really want to offend the teacher. He laughs along with the guys at the bar, but he's not really going to follow through on their actions because that's not really who he is. So you kind of get this weird, like, you know, disconnect that we all do, where it's like a guy that's really trying to, like a lot of young people at that age, you know, they try to control their image and not their character, right? So it's kind of the story of a guy learning who he is, learning what's wrong with him, and learning how to
trying to figure out how to make those two sides of his new life kind of meld. You know what I mean? He's dealing with these demons, and now it's dealing with real demons, and it's like, how do you put those two together and become a whole person?
Exactly.
You know?
In issue on the campaign in issue 3, I list one of my favorite taglines for any of the issues, and it's what do you do when a higher calling won't leave you the fuck alone? And that's kind of him. Like, he does not want any of this. Like, he just wants to be left alone to drink his beers. And like, if anything, like, he's pissed, right? Because what he has going on is something that he has to be responsible for now. And like, his life is looking forward to the weekend when he can cut loose and just drink and get, like, you know, stupid and just be reckless. And here he has something where he has to be in control at all times. Otherwise, he hurts somebody, he outs himself, he does some real damage. So, it's kind of like it's something. I always thought there was something kind of weird in like superheroes stories where somebody will get a power or an ability or something would change, and like everything, you know, is magically easier or better for them. I kind of wanted to do a character who's like annoyed by it and inconvenienced by it, and like, you know,
like Venom and Tom Hardy.
Yeah.
Eddie Brock. I was gonna say, like, when I finished reading issue 1, I was like, how is Fred gonna make me like this person? And like, how is this most unlikely hero going to now step into these shoes? Because from what I read in issue 1, it was so fantastical, especially the end, where I laughed out loud for probably 15 minutes. And I was just like, where do we go from here? Like, how does this guy, you know, go forward? Like, it made no sense to me how you've pulled it off so spectacularly, where, I mean, like, this is one series where I'm like, it checks all the boxes, you guys. It has the story. It's so well written. And it's like, you are so invested in this character. You either want to see him succeed or fail, or however you feel about Nick. And then it has all these giant badass creatures that are so unique. The art, you know, contributes. Like, I'm all in on this series, you guys. And I know I love to promote indie, but this is one that I recommend to everybody. I walked over and I put it into my husband's hand, like, you need to read this. And he's just like, okay, you're being
And
very...
that's how marriages end.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And he's just like, all right, crazy lady. But I mean, like, when he read it, he was just like, wow. And it kind of changes people's, and I got to say this about your book, Fred, it changes people's perspective on indie in a positive way.
Wow.
Because there's a lot of indie out there where it's like, yeah, it's all right. Yeah, the art's great, but the story lacks. Or yeah, the story's great, but God, I wish the art was better. You know, and we all, I mean, like, we all start where we are at, and we're striving to become better. But when you came in with this series, I was just like, how is this indie? Like, I feel like this is so much at a higher standard than what we're used to getting. So yeah, don't cry. Don't do it.
I'm not going. I'm just touched, man.
This is such a great, on all levels. And so if you guys haven't backed this campaign, like, you are really missing out. Go, if you haven't heard of Fisticuffs, if you haven't read it, go get the catch-up tier. You're not going to regret it, for real. Yes.
Thank you, guys. I really appreciate that, Laurie. I'm actually kind of
Don't cry.
No, I just don't know what to say. I mean, that's amazing. I
love the series.
Carrie, why don't you clip that clip out and share it with people? Like, that was amazing. Like, instead of the twerking video, clip that and share it to people, because that would be more. Thank you, Laurie. Like, that's really cool.
But that's from my heart, so
I appreciate that.
Let's talk about some of the things on the campaign, because Vincent just launched today. The early bird specials are live, you guys, and so you can get in here and get some of these discounts. For the first, looks like he's running early birds for 72 hours, which is great. So what's some of the deals we can get?
We got some discounts on the catch-up tiers. So if you wanted to get you can get the A set or the B set. So we have an entry level for you. You can meet Nick, see all the things that Laurie said about him, you know, and catch up on the series. You know, it's sorry, I'm still like emotional. Parker, you talk. Okay. So yes, we have the two catch-up tiers, the A and B sets. You can choose your cover set, whatever you like. Also, in the 72 hours, all backers will get all physical backers will get 2 prints. We're going to do the Staniak main cover that, you know, we all love, and we're going to do a version of the Kiss Kiss cover, the standard version of that, the cover C. So anybody that backs will get a comic size print of those on cardstock. And then, you know, Kiss Kiss, if you guys haven't, another just amazing collaborator, really talented, really generous, really awesome. And they gave us some really awesome variants here. So this one we decided to do, this is kind of like, well, I've called this the hypnotic version. She has this kind of cool circular pattern to her. It's kind of going to be,
ooh.
Yeah, it's really neat. And then we're going to do, this is the only cover that we're guaranteeing to release in foil, and we're trying metal for the first time too.
Oh.
So especially with that pattern, it's going to be like a really cool design, and, you know,
yeah.
Thank you.
Stands out. And stands out for sure.
I really appreciate that. Please, guys, if you're listening and watching, tell your comic friends, because that's, I think, that's my limitation right now. Like, not enough people like really know me yet. Like, my reach is still small. I'm doing my best to improve that. But yeah, if you can just tell your friends, and again, play that clip of Laurie right there. I believe I'm going to make that my ringtone. So,
hey man, you can clip it and use it as advertising. I don't care.
Oh,
you know
I will.
Like, put it out there. I love doing that. Like, before I released issue 7, and I had been hyping it up for, I don't know, years, right? But I let people read like a portion of the script, and I let them talk about, spoiler free. And I kept playing it. Like, this is what people say is coming. Like, this is what's coming. So instead of me saying, I let other people say it. And sometimes that makes a big difference to hear, you know, someone else say, like, this is amazing. Like, Fred isn't just blowing smoke up your butt. This is for real. Like, you can clip that too. That would be funny. And I love that you put teasers. So for those that aren't aware of the social environment that's been going on with Kickstarter, this is not the entire image, is what I'm assuming.
Correct.
Okay.
Yes. Just be doubly sure.
Image. We just can't show it. because of the current atmosphere of what's going on there. If you get my drift.
Yeah, it's not especially racy. I don't think it's anything that anybody will, whatever. But why, better safe than sorry, and leave a little bit to the imagination. So you guys will be surprised. And frankly, if you want to, it's all on our socials. You can see what the full image looks like. It's gorgeous. It's really cool. But yeah, better. I'm a square. I don't like to break rules and stuff. So yeah, I try to stay in line. But the thing is, if you guys do like that cover, or you believe the hype of Laurie and believe that in the quality and hopefully one day the collectability of Fisticuffs, the D cover, this hypnotic version in the foil and metal versions, will only be available for this campaign. After that, they're vaulted forever. I will not print anymore. So the cover you get will be, hopefully highly collectible, if not for, me, but for Kiss Kiss for everything. So, yeah, please, do whatever your heart prefers, whether it's regular foil metal, just take a look and enjoy. And then depending on how we do, if we start unlocking stretch goals, we are prepared to unlock the rest of the issue 4 covers in those as well, because
cool.
Especially the main cover, with the blossom and the and all the lettering and stuff. I think that might look really cool. It's like a hollow foil thing, and because this is like the most like
color. Oh God, like a rainbow foil. That would be really pretty.
Yeah, and yeah, because this is like definitely the most superhero-y issue that we lean into. So I really wanted to channel that, like the comic eras that I liked, obviously the Jack Kirby, the Stan Lee stuff here, but also when I was growing up in like the early 90s, all that, like, all the gimmick stuff that I loved, I mean, some people now like, want to poo-poo on hollow foil and stuff and all that. Like, I enjoyed all that. I thought that was all cool. I like the gold embossed stuff, and I would do all of that. As much of that as I can. So the more we grow, the more I'm willing to try fun stuff.
It's funny that you say that, because the longer I do this, I feel like I tap more into my childhood roots, and I'm just like, man, I used to have a sticker collection. And I love those scratch and sniff stickers. And now I'm like all in. I'm like, every campaign, scratch and sniff sticker.
Yeah.
So it's like, the more we do things, the more childlike we become almost. I don't know.
And that's why nobody makes money in comics.
It's right on the nose, because we're like, look at this cool thing. I need it. Like,
what do you say? It costs what to produce and what to make? Sure, let's do it anyway.
I don't care. Like, I gotta have it. Send me 12.
Yep, 100%. Yep, that's all of us. So, yeah, it's. I mean, would you rather be doing anything else? Like, of course not. No. Like, this is like like nothing in my life has ever made me as happy as this process. So I really do love it.
Well, I gotta say, my kids, but
I don't have kids. So
yeah, you're like, I don't have kids. This is it.
I got a dog that won't shut the fuck up, but that's it.
Oh, poor Puppy Parker.
Oh, I love Puppy Parker, but he does this every time. Okay, can I tell you my theory on this?
What?
He does this every time that I'm on a show or a phone call, and obviously he can't, see the screen and stuff. But like when I talk to people, I get all excited. I'm like, hey, oh, and stuff like that. I think he thinks I'm talking to another dog, like I'm cheating on him.
I'm jealous.
And he's jealous. And that's why he's acting up. And he's like, Daddy, my attention now, please. And it's like, he thinks I'm seeing other dogs. I'm not. I don't cheat on people. I'm like an honest, I'm a square. Parker, she's not, that's Laurie. She's a person.
I got a dog on my shirt. That's the problem.
Oh, Parker, she's throwing it in your face.
Murphy was so unamused. He was like, who's that? Nah, don't care. Left. He started barking at my husband, and then I'd close the door. Oh, let's take a break. We're going to play some Would You Hug This? And I know last time we did the cosplayers, but we're going to spin the wheel of randomness this week and see what comes up for you to hug. What do you think?
Cannot wait.
All right, so let's get in there. Oh, I need to actually push the button. Where am I? What am I doing? Here we go. Welcome to Would You Hug This? That's right. The one and only game we play on the Tuesday morning brew every week to weird you out. Gotta ask yourself a question. Would you hug that zombie rabbit? Do you want to hug that blobberfish? What about that undead deer? I don't know. I found some really great cosplayers for Fred last time, but this time we're going to let fate decide. All right, off we go. See which comes up first. And the pictures are just kind of thrown in my program in random order. So we're going to see number 23.
All right.
23. Let me do some quick counting here. Oh, I got to go back up to the top. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Oh. All right.
Remember, I like to hug, so I'll probably hug most things. Unless there's like a chance of like communicable disease.
I mean, there is that. But this one's kind of fun. It's just a little guy. He looks friendly.
Oh yeah.
Would you hug? I mean, he's still got hair. This is undead Fred.
Yes. Frankly, he looks like my son.
Does he?
That's what my hair used to look like.
That's what we're gonna call it. Would you guys in the chat? Would you hug this undead Fred child?
I would take him home. I would adopt that.
I think I would too. I would definitely, if this was Path, I would hide him from the collectors because he still looks like he's friendly. He just he can't remember things, and so I would have to protect undead Fred.
And is his name really Undead Fred, or are you just saying that?
Made that up.
Oh, I like Undead Fred. I'd raise him as my own.
Aw. I think I would have to deck him out in a bunch of air fresheners. Yeah. I think air fresheners is the way to go. But I think we're hugging this. Yeah, Lou's on board. Anybody else hugging? He's got fabulous hair for an undead tyke, don't you think?
That is exactly. I mean, that's what my hair used to look like. I mean, now I'm bald, but yeah, I used to have hair like that, and also for one time, I used to have like really kind of like long hair, and I used to like slick it back like when I would work, and because I would work at a gym, so like I would just like really quick, like I would work out and just like and slick it back. So one of my favorite people that I ever knew in my life, one of my good friends, used to tease me that it looked like Max Cady in Cape Fear. So I'd be like training people, and he would just sneak up behind me and whisper in my ear like, "Counselor, hello, counselor," and like things like that to try to get me to break. Good times. But yeah, for a long time, my hair did look like that, and I rocked it proudly.
Nice.
Until it abandoned me one by one.
Yeah, that shit happens.
Like a frightened army, they scattered.
No. I think the consensus is plug your nose and give this child a hug. So I think that's I think we're hugging that guy. All right, let's see what the wheel of counting tells us to hug next. Remove 23 and go. Nine.
Okay.
Where'd you go? All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Gotta love spinning wheels. I learned this from you, George. How you doing, George? You gonna hug these things with us? We'll see if we got anything. Spin the wheel. Good morning. Of course. All right. We got number 20. No, we're on number 9.
9.
And I'm going to name this one George. Because he's here. So are we hugging George?
Oh, yes, I am.
What? No, Fred.
Why not?
This is a snapping turtle.
Oh.
Yeah, he's like, wow, Laurie, you're going to name it after me? See, here we go.
I can maybe hug.
Bite any appendage off. Your nose, your fingers, anything it can get in its mouth is gone.
Can I hug it? Can I hug it from? I couldn't hug it from behind. Like, would it like, oh.
Do you know about snapping turtles?
Clearly I don't.
Because from behind, this thing's gonna pee on you. It's one of the, I don't know what it is about like frogs and turtles, but if you like you pick them up, one of their things that they do is they piss on you because now they're slippery, right? So especially with frogs, if they pee on you, so that way they can jump and they can get out of your grip. But these aggressively pee on you or bite you, so you're not safe on either end here.
So I'm gonna amend my answer, and I'm gonna say.
He's like, hug me, damn it! Don't let Laurie change your mind.
I'll hug you, George, not the turtle one.
Yeah,
unless that is.
Looks like it arrived at disappointment. This turtle is silently judging. Yes. Maybe it needs a hug. I don't know, but won't be me. Yeah, see? Brian knows. Claws are sharp and neck is very flexible. And they have a long neck too. So it's like you have your hands on their shell, they can still reach behind and bite you. So I hug this.
All right, I'll pass. Sorry, George.
We talked him out of hugging you. Sorry, George.
I'll give you a high five from afar.
Yeah. Which is always such a problem because these things love to be in the damn road. And it's like, I would love to help you, but you're going to kick my ass.
Where are they located normally?
By like swamps. Like we have them here in Texas. And so like in our neighborhood, we have some really nice walking paths, but they have like ponds on either side. And there's one of these that's just giant. It's like this size. It'll just be chilling in the middle of the walking path. And I'm always out with my dog. So it's like we have to turn around and go back because we can't go around it.
Right.
It's too big and it's too dangerous. Last thing I want is my dog to put his nose there and that's it. Yeah. Like he would probably destroy your little Parker.
Don't even say such things.
That's why we're not hugging George. Bye. No. Bye to that, George. All right, let's go back to the wheel of counting. Because
sorry, George didn't get a better namesake than that, you know?
Poor Brian. Grab by the tail and swing. He's got a shell. He'll be fine. I'm crying. This has been a funny show. All right. Oh! I was like, where are we going here? Number 39. Whoops. We're going to have Inception there in a second. All right. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's like 14, 21, 28, 30, 9. Okay. This is a no-brainer. Are you hugging Falcor?
I suppose.
What? Okay. What's the story behind that? You don't like the Neverending Story? You don't like...
I don't remember it well enough to... So here's the thing. I was so emphatic about hugging the snapping turtle, and I was corrected that I saw the Neverending Story recently, and I don't like... My inclination is to hug this thing, but I'm waiting for you to tell me that like it snorts fire, and I forgot that scene. And
no!
Because like this is the one he rides off on the end, right? You know?
Yeah. This one's the happy one.
I'll hug this one. Sure.
Betrayal. Yeah. You hug this one for sure. This is the one that every single kid at the end of the movie had that dream that we were riding on Falcor, rushing down the bullies in the alleyway, going right.
Yeah.
In fact, I would really love Gilbert Perez to draw me riding Big James like that kid was riding Falcor, like at the end of the
Okay, I want Stan to draw me riding the Sex Beast.
There you go.
Yes.
So Falcor, like
yeah. And then he's just spraying everywhere. Oh my God, yes. That would be amazing.
But
and we found our cover 7. Now issue 7's cover's done.
Yeah, exactly. There you go.
That's what it'll be.
Cover, but you have to do it in like Calvin and Hobbes style.
I like loose comment. Yeah, please. That's right.
Brian says I would buy that cover. You know what we're talking about, Brian? Do you know about the Sex Beast? I'm just curious.
Have you read Fisticuffs, Brian? It's a beautiful character.
Yeah. That was which issue? 3?
2 and 3. 2 and 3. He shows up at the end of 2 and he rampages through 3.
Let me see if I can. I'm gonna go to your Kickstarter for 3 and see if. Do you have an image of him up there?
On 3, I still do. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't think I've.
Don't mind me typing, everybody.
No.
I'll get there.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, I think I said that about you writing Big James. Yeah, I know. I'm working on it. I'm trying to get Gilbert to do it, but he's so damn busy. the Big James with me writing Big James. I think I'll make it 6 at one point. But let me, you gotta see the Sex Beast.
Yeah, maybe we'll change your mind, Brian, because I think it's
He did.
No, I don't.
No, he just doesn't know yet.
I was gonna say I think it'll change your mind, but I'm like, no, it won't. It's what it is.
Fisticuffs 3.
But I didn't see Neverending Story until recently. Like I recently,
really?
Yeah, when I was a kid, I didn't see it. I did a recent dive into some 80s fantasy movies that I had not seen. Well, I rewatched Labyrinth, which I loved as a kid. So I was like, I'll see what else that I hadn't seen before. And Neverending Story was good. The one I could not stand was Legend.
Really?
Yeah, I had reasons for it. I mean, it was...
What? I've seen Legend in a long time.
So, okay, it's supposed to be this giant world's stake story, and the entire thing takes place in like 2 square blocks. Like the world feels incredibly small. We only meet like 5 characters. I could not stand that princess. When she throws that ring over the cliff, I would have been like, fuck off. I'm not digging for that. Tom Cruise is like his most obnoxious Tom Cruise. And I have a real thing about Tom Cruise. Like I like him in some things, but I can't do Tom Cruise in period movies. He's too present day guy. And like when he does Last Samurai, I don't buy him as like a guy from the 1800s. And when he does, or 1900s, when he does, like he's good in some things. Like I love Color of Money, where he's just obnoxious, over the top, like high energy dude, because that's who he is and it works. But for Legend, I didn't care for it. Nah. Although I will say the monster design and Tim Curry were phenomenal.
Yes, I was gonna say that that movie made a generation of girls goth.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah, for sure. All right. I mean, I don't see the Sex Beast on the campaign for issue. Okay, here it is on issue 2. So
okay.
maybe I'll put it up there. I'll do this. So, Brian Booth. This is what we're talking about. So there's a bunch of big bads that show up at the end of issue 2, right? And so there's this like alligator, and then there's this like gazelle snake thing, and then there's this thing right here. I don't know if you can see my mouse, but it's like a sack with tentacles, horns, legs, and it has this very phallic thing that shoots acid and just dissolves people. So we would love to see Fred kind of drawn riding the Sex Beast, going yeah, and like just dissolving bullies. With I think that would be great.
Yeah, I want that on my wall.
Yeah. So Lou, if you're into drawing that kind of stuff, you let us know.
Thank you, Lou. I appreciate that.
Was it say Laurie riding Big James when she's shrinking wouldn't even be an appetizer for him? This is true. Like I would definitely. He would just. Is that an eggplant? Is it an eggplant emoji? Is that what? Yes, that's kind of what. Yeah. Brian, you would love this series. It's super funny, and you have that dark sense of humor like I do. So, anywho, back to the wheel of counting. Let us go to the next one and see where are we going. Yeah, well, we're gonna take you up on that, Rob. Hey, 42. It's the meaning of life. Let's go find out what the meaning of life is on Would You Hug This? Would You Hug This edition? Well, that was number 39. Well, it's too close. That's too close. So I'm just going to pick you another random one because it's the same category. You know what I mean?
Okay.
39, 40, 41, 42. It's all in the same kind of theme. So I'm just going to skip ahead. And
It's just different pictures of Falcor.
Well, it's like Falcor is a luck dragon. So it's a bunch of dragons.
Ah.
And so it's like you could do another dragon or we did those. Okay. We got to do this because I don't. Are we hugging diabetes? Wilford Brimley cat.
Wilford Brimley. Oh, I saw Gandalf when I looked at him.
It's Wilford Brimley because this is diabetes.
Ah. No, I.
What? Oh, good. I love that. I love hearing that, Dave.
Thank you.
For what, Lou? Sorry.
The show's gotten away from you.
What? Sorry, it does. The chat, it always does. It gets me away from my train of thought.
I don't know. Because when I was younger, I had a few really bad allergic reactions to cats, but lately I have not. This one looks really pissy, so I'm gonna pick a different cat to start hugging. So no, I'm not gonna hug this cat.
We're not gonna hug. I feel like this one would judge me.
Yeah.
I feel like every time I go like get a snack, it's like diabetes.
And it was
Come on, I can't have a cookie. Diabetes. Okay. All right. Put it back, Wilford Brimley.
Yeah, he'd be a good influence on you.
An angry Kunaka. What's that word, Dave? Kunaka cat? Did I say that right? I don't know what that means.
I've not heard that name before.
Have you heard of Dungeon Crawler Carl?
Yes, I've heard of it. I don't know what it is though. I've heard it's like the most like it was. I was doing a signing on Free Comic Book Day, and it was like the first thing to go. Like everybody was like flipping out about it.
It's a novel series. It's really good. I just finished the newest book, so right now there's eight that are published, and the way to I guess read is through I recommend the audiobook.
Okay.
So like the author's name is Matt Dinneman, and then the guy that does the voices for the book, his name is Jeff Hayes, who is amazing. But this is the most ridiculous book. And now that I think about it, this is probably why I love Fisticuffs so much, is it's a lot of the same, where it's just like ridiculous creatures and scenarios and like taking unlikely heroes. It's the same. It's the same in my mind. And so it's a really great series. But in this book, there's a cat named Donut, who is a Persian cat. Okay. And she becomes a full-on speaking, thinking character. And then there's this other cat that she's kind of in love with that is another Persian, and his name is Gravy Boat. So this cat here reminds me of Gravy Boat.
Okay.
I think that's a pretty fitting name. And
look up Gravy Boat. Chewbacca. Yeah, he does look a little Wookiee-like.
Yeah. Doesn't he? He's got a mustache. And for those who haven't read Dungeon Crawler Carl, really good. I would prefer to spend my dollars on indie, but that series got me. You know what I mean? Like he doesn't need my money at this point. He's a gazillionaire, I'm sure. But in all fairness, I haven't got my glasses on.
I'm just getting a bunch of.
Is that a cat? No, she was like, wait a minute.
I tried to look it up, and I just got a bunch of gravy boats that were shaped like cats. So it's not working out.
Oh no. His name is. He calls himself Ferdinand, but his like legal cat name is Gravy Boat, which is so funny. It's like, hi, diabetes cat. All right, we'll do one more.
Okay.
And we'll be done with that. Would you hug this? Wheel of counting.
Come here. You're being bad. I'm gonna hug you if you're being bad. This is why we need
Brian.
Oh, thank you, Brian. This is why we need this book to fund really well, because we're gonna send Parker to some training so he can become better on camera.
I'm going to drop the link for you, Brian. It's live on Kickstarter right now.
Mm-hmm.
And Fred has, whatchamacallit, he has Ketchup Tears in his early birds. And it's not too terrible. Like my Ketchup Tear is now going to be 9 issues. Ketchup Tear is 4. So it's doable. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So head there and go check out Fisticuffs. Go get one of the early birds.
Please. Yes.
Thank you. Because they're on sale for the first 72 hours. So that's what I recommend. You can read through it. But I mean, trust me, Brian, you and I both know our sense of humor and you will enjoy this. I don't even know what did it say? 30. Come on. Why is it picking all in the same? I'm just going to do a random one again because.
Oh, I was going to hug a dragon.
You want to hug another dragon?
No. Do something different.
Yes, Brian, this is what I'm saying. Yes, it's very same kind of idea. Yes. I'm sorry. Lost my train of thought. Let me go back to the pictures. You want to hug another dragon? They're not all nice dragons.
Well, I like dragons. Yeah.
Do you?
You know. Oh yeah, big dragon nerd.
30. Let's go.
Game of Thrones.
I think there's a great Game of Thrones dragon in there. Let me actually go count for you for 30.
You don't have to give me a dragon. Give me something. You give me whatever your heart desires.
Oh no, it's right before the dragons. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Lou likes to call this one a twofer. Yeah.
What is that?
This is your worst nightmare. This is the cricket with the cordyceps mushroom. Are you familiar with cordyceps?
No.
This is a real thing. This is not a joke. This is the cordyceps mushroom that has evolved to take over the nervous system of a specific creature. So this cordyceps is specifically evolved to take over crickets, and it will basically make a zombie. It takes over the animal. It will move it around. It will manipulate its brain to make it walk where the mushroom tells it where to go. And eventually, once it has consumed enough of the cricket where it is stationary, it will make stalks like this, and then it will spore and try to find more crickets. And so it's a what do you call it?
Like a parasite?
A parasitic mushroom. And then, I mean, like if you know the plot of Last of Us, this is basically how it starts.
Yeah. No, I'm not coming close to this thing.
What's with all the phallic stuff today?
This is what happens when you book Fred on your show. Yep.
It just kind of happens.
Can I tell you?
Punk.
I have beef with crickets in general. I don't like crickets.
Really?
When I was a kid, I had a tree frog. Somebody caught it, at a local pond and gave it to me as a pet. So we fed it crickets, and he would be like stationary during the day, and he would like sometimes move at night. So he wasn't a great pet. But when he died, when he passed on, we didn't realize he was dead because he was so stationary until I noticed the crickets started eating him.
No.
So yes. So I had this is a great story. It gets even better. So I had beef with crickets for years. Didn't like crickets. Okay. Flash forward to high school. Somehow I was in AP Bio, right? Which was like college level course. So you get credits. But in high school, I was very, ADD and a lot of stuff, and I was not focused, right? I didn't do really well in AP Bio, but I was trying to redeem my grade when we had to do the local science fair. So I was like, I had a lot of friends that smoked in high school. So I was like, I'm going to do a thing about the effects of cigarette smoking on crickets.
Okay.
So I got a bunch of crickets and put them in an aquarium, and my dad and I made a pump, and we pumped the aquarium full of Lucky Strike smoke, and almost all the crickets died instantly.
I was like, did you get in trouble for that? Where they're like animal cruelty?
Well, what happened was I needed a science project, so I fudged the data. No. I said that a lot of them died initially, But over time, some of them, they survived. So I surmised that maybe some of them had built up a resistance to the cigarette smoke, right?
Yeah.
So I got it. So, there's still a picture of me. I got it. I'll share it with you later. I'll share it on my socials. What the hell? Of me at the local county science fair, standing in front of my science fair display. And it was a really pretty display, right? Like it had all the different pieces of the scientific thing. And then on top of it was this giant, like, multicolored cutout of a cricket that I got. And then I made a little cigarette and like puffs of smoke coming out. So it was a really nice display, but the data was complete bunk science, right? Laurie, I won 2 awards, including an award from NASA at the local science fair. NASA gave me an effing award for it must just be because the cricket was cute. I swear to God.
Right.
But I don't know.
With space.
They had somebody there just awarding, science awards, and they picked me. So yeah, it was
at least you're honest, like, oh yeah, I totally lied. Like
I'm expecting NASA to knock on my door. Like, we want that award back, son.
Yeah, like now that you've sullied our name.
Yeah. Well, sorry, NASA.
Somewhere on 2 packs a day.
Yeah, they really started to like it. They became, And
then it became an ad about the how addictive.
Yep.
Maybe they had the gene for addiction. Yeah. Did you know? We're gonna make up a new bunk study. Did you know that crickets can be addicted to things?
Hang on, I'm looking to see if I have the image. I'll send it to you right now if I do. You got to see young Fred. Like that kid you wanted to see twerk, not me, but.
Oh man.
Continue with the show. I'm looking.
I was going to say thank you for playing.
Laurie, I found it. I'm sending it your way. You can put it on the screen.
Oh my God. Oh no. Oh no. Hold on. I went to Facebook and now it's playing all those things. Oh my gosh, look how young you were.
I don't say that. Oh no.
Yeah, look you guys. There we go. Ah, look how young you are. Surprised you didn't have actual crickets there. Got an eye on and everything. Yeah, look at that cricket. They did, yeah. The cricket
I love the Lucky Strike pack in his hand there. Like,
yeah, he looks so happy.
He could have been the next Joe Camel,
The funny part is they were all dead.
And NASA was like, this looks top notch.
Yeah.
Let's recruit him for the space program.
The more you say, the more he's there. Yeah, look at this fun project. You did such a good job. Totally lied.
Totally lied.
Oh my goodness. All right.
I'm just remembering that line from like Amazing Spider-Man 2 where he's like, "You're a fraud, Spider-Man. You're a fraud."
Oh my gosh. All right, let's go back and check in on the campaign. We got 18 Beckers. And again, the Linky Loo is here.
Mm-hmm.
You guys should go shopping and go take a look at this amazing, amazing book. Great interiors, great story, hilarious. And then make sure, we're early enough where you can hop on those early bird discounts. So,
yeah.
T-shirts too.
We have T-shirts, and of course the Blossom figure is if you are feeling frisky and feel like spending more than $145 today, you would get a free Blossom figure. We've set aside a few number of those for anybody that wants to whale back, and we had 2 already, I believe. So 2 of them have been claimed. I believe there's either 8 or 10 more. So I got to read the language there. 12 people. Yeah, so 10 more available. So if you guys are interested in the Blossom, you can get that with one of the bigger tiers as well.
And just a reminder that we have Carrie involved with her Fisticuffs fan art
That's right.
And we'll be, I say we, but I mean Fred. Fred will be
Mhm.
sending out art of these amazing, amazing creations.
Mm-hmm.
So we never scrolled down this far. Stan,
This
there's no picture of Stan.
So I love Stan. Like I said, he's one of my favorite people on planet Earth. I am only about 50% certain that I could pick Stan out of a police lineup because he doesn't share a lot of social media pictures and stuff. I'm not being facetious. Now I can. I've seen enough of him that I did. But for the longest time, I didn't really know what he looked like. And this was this is most of his social medias, this image right here. So I used to just put up there this is an actual photo of Stan, but I feel like that joke only ran. Yes, they can. Yeah, they can be bought in the add-on section, Carrie. So if whatever you want to get, go in there and just add it to your order, and we'll be happy to send it to you. Over the pond. Wow.
Buy my sketch cards, people. Hidden on the Easter egg. Ooh.
Yes.
Carrie's putting extra stuff in there. That's nice.
I've seen some of the Easter eggs. She pointed them out to me. So yeah, guys, please check out Carrie's cards, the Blossom figure, all our extra bonus stuff, and have fun with it, man. This is a fun book.
Mm-hmm. It's funny because it's I love looking through, and I'm the weirdo that actually looks at this stuff, right? Because it's I feel like I put in the who's part of the comic, and in indie it's just who cares. Nobody really cares, but I do, because I'm always oh, he's a colorist. I'm also looking at Kickstarters and looking at the pages, and I'm looking at the people involved, because it's I always need people involved in future projects. So I happen to be a letterer, so I probably wouldn't be hiring letterers, but for inks and colorists, and a lot of the colorists draw as well. My colorist has done a number of projects for Path that just hasn't been interiors, but he's done quite a bit of work. So all the scratch and sniff stickers, except for the sad pancake one, those have all been Matt Chambers. So I mean, I know they could do stuff. So when you go look at these campaigns and you're a creator like myself, this could be
And I can say with 100% certainty, I strongly endorse and recommend everybody that I worked with on this project. I have, knock on wood.
I got some.
Yep. Thank you. No bad experiences with any of the people that we brought on for the art or the color. I'm sorry, the art or the covers or anything. Everybody has been really cool to work with. So I recommend everybody. The best thing you can do, I see a lot of people, and again, I'm not any kind of success story or anything like that, but a lot of people are where do you start in indie comics? How do you whatever? And I can just say from my experience is pick a story that you care about, put all your chips on that, and just try to execute it at the highest level. And if you really want to make doubly certain that you're going to execute your vision, pick Stan or somebody that suits your art that way. But pick somebody that's going to give you what you want. Because when I saw his work initially, it was I took me a while to I wanted to I didn't know how to find people and how long you're supposed to and stuff. So I tried to make it a long process, and I looked on Facebook and social medias, DeviantArt, all kinds of stuff everywhere. And what I knew Stan was the guy, because after a while, I had my list of people, and Stan was perennially number one. And it's I would find somebody I really, really liked, and they would be 2 or 3 on the list, but nobody was gonna nobody was unseating him. So once you realize that, you're this is the dude to I don't this is not the same medium or whatever, but I'm the big nerd and stuff, and in some ways it almost reminds me of Kevin Smith telling the story of finding Scott Mosier, right? How you find that person that his producer, but you find that person that helps you execute your vision and stuff. And now Stan's our next project together is Stan's baby, Metroidvania Black, which, by the way, you can get a 9-page preview of that in Fisticuffs. 9-page PDF preview. It's in the add-ons. Yep.
cool.
Yeah, Metroidvania Black it's kind of like a grim dark fantasy. In the, gamers would really enjoy it. It's in the vein of things like Hollow Knight, Blasphemous, comics like Dork D-Orc, dork and
Yeah,
things like
that
that.
one.
Yeah. Stuff like that. It's Stan's art, Stan's baby, Stan's co-writing it, and I'm writing it with him. And it's like, I hope that I'm able to, do for him, help make his projects and stuff, come true the
Contribute
way,
towards this. Yeah.
he
Yeah,
did
I
make.
get you.
Yeah, because I'm eternally grateful for him. Like, I don't know where I would be if he didn't do Fisticuffs the way he did. Like, anyway, I'll shut up now. I'm going to get like really rambly and sentimental, and
it's
he'd probably
cute, though. But I mean, like,
he would just send me back like a smiley face emoji and be like, okay, like he did with the first panel. Like,
I know people that way too. It's like,
cool, it's a sheet of paper.
Thank you. And you're like,
oh, I'm that person. I'm just very like on my, heart on my sleeve and stuff, and I'm like stuff. And some people are just like, okay, dude, I get it. Like, I'm all right. So, but I mean it. I'm like 100% sincere about it. Like the dude's amazing. And you talk about like, the standard of like indie comics and stuff like that and whatnot earlier. I think he should be in, hopefully, as soon as possible in like the higher tiers of that and above and beyond. Like, I'm waiting for the day that somebody, DC or Marvel gives him a chance, because the dude is ready for that. And he will give you, I believe, some of the most cinematic superhero comics that are going to be around. So like, please, somebody out there, if you're listening, Marvel, DC, like, you guys wanted to an absolute yak book, let him on something, and, he's the dude for it.
see, and that's so gracious of you. I'm a lot of times I'm selfish where I'm like, don't look at my artist until my work is done. You can take him when he's done. And I'm like, but I still have 4 more books to do, please.
Well, book 6 is done, remember? So I get the
that's right. You're done.
I have that luxury, but no, I want our next project, because I've got the next project ready after Fisticuffs too, and alongside his project, I've got his, and then I've got my next one. So yeah, no, I want him for me, but like, the dude deserves to be at the top, right? And I want that for him.
And it's such a dog world out there for all creatives of all type. So it's such a hard thing. And I mean, like you and I feel it too. Like, not only with my own work, but I just watch my friends, and it's like, sometimes we can break through, and it's like, we always, a friend of mine, Joe Salazar, has a zombie novel. The Dead Weight was what it was originally called. And she just got picked up by, I forget the name of the publisher, but like a bigger one. So it's like, it's always encouraging to see someone break through. And it's like, I have another friend who is starting, he's in the beginning of that. So he's in the query process, and it's so hard, and just to hear, continual rejection. And it's like, someone will pick him up. I know in my heart, someone will pick him up. But when you query to like 100 agents and you're getting all the quick no's in the beginning, it's just like, God, that sucks, man. Mm-hmm. So it's just kind of the world we live in, where it's like, I would love for everybody like Marco and Gilbert and Matt to just, take off. But, is it hard?
Yeah. It is, but
and another one, Fish Lee, he's in the comments right now. Fish is an amazing artist.
Hey, thank you, Fish.
Fish does great stuff.
So Fish and I are collaborated on a story that came out amazing. If you're familiar with Travis's Cthulhu, and gonna get the pronunciation wrong, Cthulhu Invades series.
Yeah.
In Cthulhu Invades 3 coming out. Fish and I teamed up on a story that I wrote called Asymmetry. So it's kind of a riff on the Emperor's New Clothes. And it's another one that's like deeply personal to me, because I'm that guy that like every day, like I feel like something's wrong or whatever. And I'm like, that's cancer. That's, like, I always feel like I'm dying. So I'm always trying to find, like, is this symmetrical to this? What's wrong with me and stuff. So it's kind of about an emperor who, discovers like a Lovecraftian protrusion, but his court is not. It came out amazing, Fish. Don't sell yourself short, man. It's really good. Fish crushed it, but it's about like a guy who discovers a protrusion, and his court is too deferential to tell him the truth about it, and that, along with the progress, slowly drives him a bit mad. So I can't wait for people to see that one too. So it's really good. And yeah, Fish is just amazing and amazing to work with too. Like,
Yeah.
great dude. Like, yeah, like this is what I mean. Like, there's so many great people in this. Like, I've really loved getting to know everybody and work with everybody, and I just hope it keeps going and growing. Like, it's amazing. I love comics. Love it.
I do too. And I mean, like, I've worked in corporate and I've worked in small business. And it does. That is, I think it's so specific to artists though, because they'll work, like, I know that Fish works so hard that his hands have to cramp up. So it's just like that feeling of, uh-oh, am I doing it too much? Or, uh-oh, am I having a stroke? Like, is it a little, I don't know. I think that's accurate. Fred and Laurie, anytime you think fan art could help promote what you do, holla at me, and adore you both. Thank you. Carrie is great creator, producing great books with amazing art. We love you, Carrie. You're the best.
She is.
She really is. And I mean, like, fans, you make our day 100% when anybody can get excited about what we do, because again, we live in our own head where it's like any little kind of rejection feels like, oh, I should quit.
Oh yeah. I've always said,
it really does.
I've always said, my mind is a nice place to visit, but you wouldn't want to live here because it is constantly feelings of like rejection and like not belonging. And like I said, constant feeling of like, I'm dying from something. And it's like, it's just, it's a shithole up here, but it's getting better. And it's, I've been working it out, and, and the more I get like into this journey, especially with the comic, I'm beginning to feel like myself again in a way I did, because, a lot of people don't know about this, and I really haven't even mentioned it in the show, but I mean, Fisticuffs is really born out of like my personal trauma. Like, I had a really, really bad bottom with some of my issues, and I came incredibly close to death. Like, I was in a coma, medically induced coma for several weeks. There was a good chance that I wasn't going to come out of it. They were telling my mother to pick a dialysis place close to my home because I was going to need it 3 times a week because my kidneys were shot. I still have pictures of that, but we're not going to share them here because that's not fun. But and then one day, like, miraculously, like, my kidneys turned back on, and I went on like a healing, like when I say healing journey, like nerve damage. So like I had like, some paralysis in my feet. I still have residual nerve damage in the one foot. I have drop foot. But for a while I was wheelchair bound. Then I was on a walker for years, then a cane for years. And now, like, I'm really excited to say, like, I mean, I'm like able to like get around again. Like, I hung out with somebody the other day. We walked through their town the entire day. And like, none of the limitations we're feeling. And it's partly physical because I'm doing better physically. It's also partly mental because I'm in a better place now. So that's also kind of why so that's actually one of the reasons why I wanted to write Fisticuffs. Okay. Yeah. So the issues, and spoiler alert, cover your ears if you want to be completely surprised, but it deals with like addiction and alcoholism. Right. And these are issues that I fought with through my 20s into my early 30s when I eventually got better. And there were signs along the way, just like Nick in the book, where like, hey, this is bad. You should get help now. And I remember at one particular instance, I had DUI, and I went to a rehab, and family came to see me, and they gave me a Bible. And I remember thinking to myself at that point, when I was 25 or 24, I was like, this is not going to help me at all. Because at that point, alcohol had become my identity. Like, if I had a bad day, I was Rick from Casablanca, like drowning my sorrows, like of all the gin joints in all the world, etc. If I had a good day, God forbid, I was like Stone Cold Steve Austin, like clanging beers and celebrating. So it became my identity, and I didn't want to give up my like edge. So I certainly wasn't going to read like a Bible and become a square in my mind and whatever it was, So part of the reason why I wanted Fisticuffs to exist was that, like, if I, when I was 25, maybe read this, maybe it would have got through to me in a way that, other media wouldn't have. I would have been able to go on this journey with a character and not see somebody, grow gradually, I guess. So there's a lot of purpose in it too. And that's why when I say, like, yes, it's monsters and it's jokes, and it's a lot of like notes and tones to it and stuff. It's really a human story because like it's grounded in Nick, right? And that's what our life is like, you know, like, you know, I mean, I've seen a lot of posts recently where they talk about like, you know, how many hours there are in a day, and don't let like a thing or two go wrong that like ruin
the rest of yeah.
So yeah, there's like a lot. Oh my God, I lost my train of thought. Son of a biscuit. Where was I?
Well, I wanted to say something.
Yes, please.
I was listening to but I think you are in a really interesting position, having gone through that, and understanding that the way that you got through it was not, I don't know how I say this eloquently, where it's like you have a way to communicate with those people that are in the position that you used to be, having gone through it and understanding that, you know, someone handing you a Bible and trying to find Jesus isn't really going to connect with where they are at their bottom. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so maybe comics is the way through. So it's just a really interesting dynamic that you have. And it's like almost like a Spider-Man with great responsibility, you know, great power comes great responsibility, where it's like you can now connect to the people that were you, that still need help getting out of that situation. And maybe comics is the way that you can do that. So that's I think, not only unique, but I don't know, it's almost like a superpower. Yeah.
Wow. Fudge it. I'm just gonna cut all the clips out of this and put them together. You're right though, right? Because like one thing about the story, by putting all that stuff in, is like it's not preachy, and I am in no way trying to change anybody's mind. All I'm trying to do is put a story out. Thank you, Fish. And by the way, I got to say I was inspired by Fish, and I'm gonna.
He's just making all these comments. I gotta put them all up. It's just that I didn't want to put it up in the middle of your moment, but I don't have a problem. I'm just way better at drinking than all of you, little Fish.
Yeah. That was my identity.
Low to like 2 beats per minute the last night I drank 27 years ago. Oh my God.
Yeah.
That's scary. Yes, Fish. I'm sorry, I was going backwards. Anyway.
But before I got sidetracked by all that, I want to address that too, because same thing. Well, actually, let me say on that, and then I'll get back to what I was saying. One thing. Thank you, Fish, because Fish inspired me. I've seen Fish share some really personal posts about his story and how he identifies with his character. So people like Fish inspire me in the community. So thank you for that, dude, because you know your frankness and honesty has inspired me to start doing that. Like I don't do as many YouTube videos as I should, but I've begun starting to talk about my journey and things like that. And that's because of people like you and the advice you got. So thank you for that. And the other thing I was going to say is like, I really try with Fisticuffs not to be like preachy and stuff, because I want it to be kind of like a compare thing, right? Like, or not like, oh, I'm this guy, so this guy's trying to tell me something. I want maybe people to like recognize like the patterns of behavior, because all the stuff that happens with like the superheroes and crazy stuff and the monsters and all that stuff, like his actions in this book pattern my addiction behavior, if that makes sense. Like the way he reacts to situations. After issue 4, I can give you a really specific one, and you'll be like, oh yeah, because I think most of us have been there. Anybody that's drank more than, socially, even once, you get to that point. But the thing is, like, I really want it to be a thing where like you just start to read it and you just start to think like, maybe I should be more aware of that. Because 2 things I want to say about it. Number one, that's like the theme of the story is like really in the beginning of the book. There's a line in the first AA meeting where I think somebody says, be aware of the path you're on, because eventually you're going to get to the end of it. And it's like, be aware that like, you may be getting away with this now, but eventually things will compound and get really bad. And that the bill will come due. Yeah. Jesus, I'm losing the second thing now that I was going to say. Thank you, Fish. But yeah, I just wanted to put a story out there that hopefully people can enjoy and identify with, and maybe like think about themselves so they don't fall down those paths. That's the story I was going to say. Okay, and last thing I'll say, and then I'll shut up. But I remember one particular story near the end of my bottom, right? Like maybe like a year or 2 before I finally went to the hospital, and I was like down in my basement. I think I might have been working out and or something, and I had like a radio station on, and they were interviewing the lead singer of a band called Sum 41, who like I had liked when I was in high school. And he was talking about his experience with alcohol and how he would wake up every morning and start drinking vodka right away. And then he would drink all day and whatever. And eventually he saw a doctor, and the doctor gave him the choice that, like, you can either quit drinking or you're going to die. Your liver's going to give out. Like, that's how bad your system is right now. And I remember hearing that clip on the radio, and like, I almost made like a Faustian bargain with myself where I'm like, yeah, that's probably going to happen to me, but it's not going to happen until I'm like 55 or 60. And by then, who cares? That's how shitty my train of thought was. And sure enough, it actually came about like a year and a half later. So you never know. And you think that you're getting away with something, and you're not. It's like the house always wins. The drug always wins in the end.
Yeah. Deep thoughts by Timu.
Yeah, I was gonna say, can we go back to like the penis monster or Timu Crow, something light?
I can't even say Timu Crow without cracking up in the middle. I get the Timu out, and then I just lose it.
God, I think I need to twerk again to make it light.
This needs to be a thing. I need you to do like TikToks of you being like, deep thoughts by Timu Crow. You gotta be in full costume, right?
I think I still have the makeup somewhere. God help me. Oh
my gosh. Yes. Do you think it would help someone who lives with an addict? Gosh, guys, we got to wrap up the show, but man, we could go for another 2 hours on this topic.
Real quick, I'll just say, yes, I think it will. I think it gives you a little bit of mindset into like how addicts think, and it may even help them. But like, you do see like quite critically in the story, like, spoiler alert, something kind of big happens early on, and there's a scene where another entity has a person, has a chance to intervene, and he really considers it, but essentially makes a decision like, hey, I know this person, I love this person, they are good, this is probably an accident, and it's really just like the most blatant version of enabling, like, it's just somebody that's like whatever. And I think that's one of the things that like is really hard when dealing with addicts, is like being frank with them in a way that that like they don't get defensive, but like you state your case plainly and clearly so they understand what they're doing to themselves. But the sad thing is, to some degree, it may not get better until they realize what's at stake. So I think it will help, but I can't guarantee it, because it's a lot in the hands of the individual. Anyway, that's all. Sorry.
Deep thoughts by Crow.
I'll get them.
And fish too. Even if you don't go to jail, etc., the scars remain. You don't get out unscathed.
100%.
Well, on that note, I'm going to go back to here, and I'm going to tell everybody to go back this campaign. We've got some backers while we've been live, which has been wonderful. Thank you. If you've been watching this show and you've backed Fisticuffs, if you haven't gotten here yet, go take a look, go shop around, go find out what works for you. I'm sure there's something. So I'm very proud. 20 backers have showed up, and you have, gosh, when we pulled it up this morning, I think you were at like 700.
Yep.
700. So it's I think doubled.
Yeah,
you're close to double from when we pulled it up this morning. So it's going to keep growing. And congratulations on
Thank you.
book 4 and being where you are, Fred. And gosh, this is going to get funded in no time. I know it will, because if I read it and have such a high respect for this book, I'm sure anybody that reads it feels the same way. So keep doing what you're doing. Where can people follow you? Where can people find you? I know like Brian Booth found you today. So there's people that are watching that haven't seen you before. So where can they get more Timu Crow from? Sorry, I can't.
Sooner or later, that's all they're going to know me as, I told Kevin Davis to watch it because he used to go into shows that I was on, and he would do this like inside joke about like this wrestler that I look like, and he'd be like, Carrie and Fred Cross and shit. And I'm like, can you stop that? Because people don't know my actual name yet. Like, let them know who I am. And then you can start with, because, now they're going to Timu Crow. So my name is Fred Schwartz. Fred Schwartz. Don't listen to what other people tell you. You can find me at Schwartz Art LLC on all the main socials. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and so forth. You can find me right now on Kickstarter. Fisticuffs books 1 through 4 is launching. It says of 6. We're going to change that to of 7 very soon. But it's the same content, of course, as we did. But yeah, and then of course you can follow me at www.schwartzart-llc.com. And You can find me every Monday on Critical Affection with Sarah White, Amanda and Brian, the rest of our crew, at 9 o'clock on YouTube. And I think that's the only places I'm guaranteed to be. So find me there.
Yeah, or you can internet stalk him like I do. No, just kidding.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
Yeah, just God, Temu Crow. Hashtag Temu Crow.
I can't even. You signed up for on my Calendly is Fred Temu Crow Schwartz, and I was just like, "Are you kidding me?"
I forgot that so long ago because I saw that today. I'm like, man, that Laurie is a bastard.
No,
like,
you did it. You did it. I was like, I didn't do it. Oh my goodness. And thank you for everybody watching the show
Thank you
and
guys.
commenting and liking and sharing. We appreciate you all. Join us here next week on the Tuesday Morning Brew. We're going to have R.D. Moreno back, novelist extraordinaire, who's just won some awards in some of his books. So we're going to dive into the world of novels. Can't wait. And then the week after that, author Dash, can't even talk anymore. Dash Hooper will be on, and the Slice and Dice. So we got 2 weeks away. Go vote in the poll. There's 2 places. Remember, on the Kickstarter for issue number 8, or if you're a member of the Facebook group, Path of the Pale Rider, you can vote in there as well. I tally them all together, and then we'll go from there. So June 16th, everybody, couple weeks, we'll be murdering a watermelon here on the Tuesday Morning Brew. And that's it. That's the show. Let me see what things I'm going to play. Okay, I got it. So kiss your babies. Be excellent to each other. We'll see you next week right here. Bye.
Ozzy, what are you doing? Come and have a look at this lovely book that was sent over.
You're wrapping in the perpendicular.
Oh, go on and spit the bat out your mouth. No one can understand you like that.
Say how 5 dentists and all.
Oh, well, that's not much better. Ozzy, why don't you sing to me? I can always understand you when you sing to me.
Fucking my brains. What is this my publisher sent me? Inked in black with art so sweet.
So what do you think? Do you like it?
Oh, Lord, yeah.
What is Path of the Pale Rider? Oh yeah, Path of the Pale Rider is a Western apocalypse comic book series where death is broken. We're following a cowboy through the wasteland as he sifts through conspiracy theories trying to figure out what the heck happened. We don't have flesh-craving zombies. We have people whose soul didn't leave when their body died and their mind slowly rots. There's no magic bullet to the brain. There's no escape. You feel pain, you decompose, you lose your humanity. And by the way, this affects people, animals, insects, fish. So do you have like 5,000 questions about how this world works? So does everybody else.
Yeah.